The Sims 4 cats and dogs introduced Brindleton Bay, a stunning world featuring a cozy seaside town, lovely views of the sea, and some rather questionable looking houses. I'm on a mission to renovate all the houses in The Sims 4, the good and the bad. So this is the Hecking's house. We all know Brent and Brant here. They're, puppy Rosie. They have a lot of other puppies too in my forever save file. For some reason, they decided to adopt a bunch of puppies. I guess they're fostering them. We'll just say ignore their outfits. Anyways, we're here in the Hecking's house, and I'm just gonna say right now, in the title, I said that this was an ugly house. I don't necessarily think this house is completely ugly on first glance, but I just want to say, this home is definitely a little unfinished by all means. The roofing is just the default roofing, so it looks unfinished to my Sims 4 building eye. It doesn't necessarily look bad, but The structure of the house is actually quite cute. I like this kind of Cape Cod kind of styling, but there's just little issues. The exterior, you can see this one window is a different swatch. That's not that big of a deal, but moving inside, this is where I have a lot of the issue because it just looks very, I know that they were trying to go for like more of a masculine kind of bachelor-y kind of, male vibe. I hate it. It is so hideous. It's gray. It's bleak. It's sad. What is this living room? Y'all, what is going on right here? Like, they just kind of shoved this here in the corner. We've got this little setup. These chairs and left seat, first of all, are ugly. I cannot stand them. The kitchen, it's just kind of weird, and like they just kind of plurped it down. What is going on here? Who did this? Why you do this? But there are some kind of interesting things. There is a little art studio here, which I think whichever one, I don't remember which one's which because Brent and Brant, that is a choice, okay? But one of them is an artist, and this is more of his studio. And Upstairs, it's also kind of a little bit questionable. I'm not really a big fan of this bedroom. It's very gray. It's just there's a lot of gray and blue, and it just feels very bleak and sad in this house. There is a little office upstairs, which is fine, I don't think it's necessarily horrible, but it doesn't really serve much of a purpose for these Sims. They do have a really nicely sized backyard, which I have plans for. But yeah, that's really the house. It's not terrible, but I definitely have some ideas to improve it. So here is the plan. I want to keep the exterior kind of the same. I'm not really going to dramatically change the shape. I actually think they did a pretty good job with the structure of the house. It's pretty cute. I'm going to slightly adjust the floor plan. It actually isn't terrible. They left enough space. The rooms aren't horribly awkwardly shaped. There's a couple little spots that I need to tweak. Since we're in Brindleton Bay, I want the vibes to be more, New Englandy, coastal kind of seaside vibes. I know we're looking at a farmland here. We want to implement some of that too, some more rustic, New England vibes. And since we have Pottery in The Sims 4, I thought it would be really cool if the downstairs art studio became a Pottery studio. Wouldn't that be so fun? I can never remember the difference because Brent and Brant is the same to me, but the office upstairs, I'm actually going to convert into a gym because one of the Sims, the one that is not the artist, the other one, really loves, working out and is a personal trainer. So I thought, hey, they need their own space to work out. And for some reason, since they adopted so many dogs in my forever save file, I think it would be cool to say that they foster puppies. And so I'm going to build a little building out back where the puppies kind of live. They have some beds, they have some toys, they have some food, they have some other things, maybe they have some training stuff outside as well. And yeah, that's really it. That's the plan, y'all. Without further ado, let us get started. Alrighty. So first things first is we're going to work on the exterior. Nothing crazy is going to happen with the exterior, to be perfectly honest. I really don't mind it. I'm getting rid of this little window here because that's annoying. Like, why is there a little window right there? That just bothered me so much. But first things first is we're changing the roof, not the shape. Thankfully, the shape, honestly, is really cute. I actually love this style, but I think that just having the default swatch of the roofing here, whenever you place down roofing, this is the default swatch that just is there already. And it just looks really unfinished to my Sims 4 eye. So we're just going to, update it a little bit. We can even use the same one. Why don't we do that? Just make it a nice dark kind of color here. I think that looks very nice. We need to darken that trim, I think, just a little bit. There's a couple different black swatches of the trims, thankfully, and they're different shades of black, which is actually quite nice, so you can match them. That already makes it so much better, I think, personally. I am going to get rid of this tree right here near the house because I just feel like it's a little too close. I can't really see the house. I am going to get rid of some of the things that are already out here purely so that I can just kind of start from scratch. I don't plan on getting rid of everything. Also, before I get into this, if it's a little laggy, this neighborhood, particularly in Brindleton Bay, is just a little laggy. I think there's just a lot going on. There's so many trees. There's probably a lot of just little things that they put in here that really just cause it to lag, for me at least. It's not the video. Just wanted to preface that. First thing I'm going to do is I think I'm going to change the color of the windows and the siding. That's something that I think would dramatically change it. I don't mind the blue. I think the blue is nice, but for me, if you just use a lot of blue and gray, it just ends up feeling really, really cold and lifeless, at least to me. So we're just going to update it all by, stripping back all this white paint here. I think that looks really, really nice already. There's actually a couple of these weird little windows here from the base game. I'm getting rid of those for sure. I don't mind them. I'm going to probably add new windows throughout the house, but that looks really cute so far. There's also some spandreling here. I'm just going to replace it with the white. This is an easy change that you can do with pretty much any build that you have in The Sims, whether it's your own, whether it's, an EA build, just changing the swatches and making them look a little bit nicer together. That's pretty much your primary thing. What is going on here? I just noticed that this roof here has an eave, but this side does not. So we are going to fix that. Wow, that actually did a lot for me. And then right here, we can change these swatches of the posts as well. That already improved it so much for me. But I am going to go in with some fencing from the Cats and Dogs expansion pack. I think that looks really, really nice there. I mean, if you're going to have it in the expansion pack, use it in the builds, please. Just saying. I think there needs to be a trim on this little balcony space here too. That's a really cute little balcony. I actually quite like it. It's a nice view too, so I'm gonna leave it. All right, should I leave the house brown or should I make it a different color? Because honestly, initially I wanted to make it a blue because, whenever I think of coastal, I think of blue because the sea, the ocean, the vibes. But I almost want to just make it darker even. Cats and Dogs came with some really nice little siding shingle moments. And there's a really dark one. Maybe that's too dark. Honestly, I'm kind of really liking the brown right now. Changing the roofing, changing the window swatch to white, I think that just made that work. So I'm going to leave it. I like it. I might change my mind later because I'm a very indecisive person, but I really, really like that. I'm going to get rid of this weird path that they had here. I like the idea of it though. So I think what we'll do, instead of using that kind of awkwardly, I want to use a nice terrain paint. If my terrain looks a little different in my game than it does in yours, I have a link in the description, hopefully it's working, to the terrain mod that I use in my game. It really just overrides all of the terrain and the textures and stuff, makes it look a little bit more, realistic, I guess you could say. It's not necessary. I've been using it for so long that I kind of can't not use it. So I want a terrain paint that does look kind of like a pathway that kind of works with this vibe without it being too much. So the override that I use really does kind of, replace those two, which is actually kind of nice, but it might look a little different in your game. So I might use this brick, kind of doing sort of like a snaky little S shape here. And I'm just gonna slowly kind of add this right here. I think that looks kind of nice, actually. Ooh. See, that looks really, really cute. However, the tree here is bothering me too. I really just want 2 trees on either side. I like that idea. The landscaping here isn't so bad, but it is just kind of a big, blob of landscaping right here. So I'm just going to get rid of that because it just feels a little bit like that's the only bit of landscaping like that. So it just felt a little bit off. I'm going to give them a new mailbox because honestly, that one's a Willow Creek mailbox and it just doesn't look that cute here. There is one from Seasons that I think would fit here very nicely, actually. Oh, what am I thinking? There's one with cats and dogs. I'm so silly. Oh, I have to unlock it. Well, the good thing I have Better Build By. Just hit ignore unlocks and there we go. We're gonna do this little doggy one. That's so perfect, honestly, because they love dogs. Wait, is that a cat? That's a cat. I feel kind of stupid right now. But yeah, there's a dog one right here. Oh, that one's so cute. I wish there was one that kind of matched Rosie, their puppy, but that's a cutie little mailbox, I think. And then another thing I want to go in and do is add some kind of fence right here. I was thinking about using maybe this one from the base game, but we can also look under the Cats and Dogs expansion pack and see if there's anything that kind of stands out. Ooh, there is this one. This one's very pretty. That terrain mod override also adds some texture to some of these objects as well. It just really makes the game not necessarily look updated. That's not really the correct word. It just looks more detailed, I'll say, because, this just feels more like it was in The Sims 3, to be honest. I think I'm going to put this fence maybe up until this point. I don't really have a post that came with the base game or the Cats and Dogs pack, unfortunately, so I'm gonna have to go find the one from the base game. But that looks nice. I think that looks very cute. Thankfully, your Sims aren't gonna be bothered by it either, because with a lot of the live edit objects, they just kind of walk through them. It's funny, but it's a nice way to add detail into your worlds, into your builds, without having to worry about the Sims, being all, fussy with it. Let's see. I'm just gonna try to place the trees like this, and then we'll put the mailbox maybe right here. That's looking kind of cute. And I think I'm gonna adjust this terrain just a little bit so that it kind of, works a little bit nicer. That already looks so much better. I really just don't even want to add a whole lot of landscaping because, obviously right now it's fall in my forever save file and it's also fall in real life. I think I am going to get rid of some of this, and it's weird. They have just random hedges kind of placed everywhere. I don't really like that, honestly. These trees back here are fine. I'm going to leave them. I think leaving the trees is okay because they just, I don't know, they just fit pretty nicely. I'm going to make sure the fence is actually against the house there. And honestly, that's really all I want to do with that. I think we should now go in with some terrain, some landscaping, some better landscaping. Of course, it is going to look a little dead in the game currently, just because it is fall time. So we'll just have to kind of, hope it looks good, But I think we'll just, throw in some stuff. Ooh, these hydrangeas are so pretty right now because they're not in bloom. And for some reason, that just looks so stinking pretty to me right now. I'm kind of not really changing the terrain or the landscaping all that much, but I think I'm just making it a bit more intentional. So we'll just say that. Should I add some lavender? Oh, it doesn't very much so look like lavender right now. It just looks like dead grass, but I don't know. I think it kind of looks pretty this way too. It's kind of a nice little vibe. Listen, we got to appreciate all the seasons, okay? And if it doesn't look good in the, it doesn't look good in the fall time, it ain't gonna look good in the summertime. I don't want to overdo it, honestly, here, just because it's kind of laggy anyway. But I feel like just keeping it nice and clean and open just looks really good here in Brindleton Bay, to be honest. Another thing that I feel like I need to do is change the stairs here. I want them to work with this styling here. I'm also considering changing the foundation of this house. I am not really a big fan of the one that came with the Cats and Dogs pack. I don't know, it doesn't look good with these kinds of homes. I'm honestly kind of tempted to find maybe even the one from Seasons. Ooh, wait a minute. The one from Seasons actually doesn't look so bad. It works with the siding. I kind of like that. I also really like it whenever the trim of the foundation matches the flooring that I'm using outside. inside. There is some really nice flooring that came with cats and dogs. And would you look at that? That immediately made it nice to me. I don't know. And then let's see. I'm going to use this get together stair because I know it matches really, really well. That already looks so good. And then I'll just make sure to place this down on the outdoor areas that need it here. How cute. I love that. Sometimes it's just the little things that you need to change. I do think we need something along this path for sure, because I feel like like what's the point of it being so curvy now if there's nothing there? So maybe we should put this tree back. Maybe we should put that there. Maybe they didn't want to get rid of the tree, so they just made the path go around it. That's realistic, right? And then maybe I can throw in, I don't know, we need some other kind of little flowers or something here. I don't necessarily want to use different flowers, but I don't want to use the same flowers either, which honestly, putting some lavender kind of bushes here in the front would be a really nice little touch, if I do say so myself, because I do love lavender, even though I'm kind of allergic to lavender, like not fully, but like it's just I'm kind of sensitive to it. Maybe that's why I like it so much in The Sims, because I just can't use it in real life all that much. Plus my partner is allergic to it as well. So it's just kind of like, wow, I can't enjoy lavender ever because it just irritates us both. So I think I'm just going to do that. And then maybe like a couple other little flower bushes. We will not know how good this all looks currently because like it looks pretty now, of course, because it's fall, but it might look awful when it gets like summer in the game. So I might have to do some changes to it. Just saying. But for now, it looks really nice. And that's really the point. I'm just going to do something like this. It doesn't look super different from what it was before, but I think it just looks a little bit more intentional, like I said before. Another thing that I do want to do before we head inside is lightscape this place. So you can't see nothing. It is black. Like it is darkness, okay? We need some light out here for sure. So I'm honestly just gonna like make it like early morning so that I can kind of see where I'm placing things. And I'm just gonna make sure that we have some lights placed down. I'm not really sure what kind. I feel like these would look really nice if they were like in the white. There's also this one from Romantic Garden. These are very similar, honestly. I think I like the shorter one though more, just because I feel like it won't take up as much space. And I'm gonna try to line them up somewhat. It doesn't have to be perfect just because, this is a curvy little pathway. I'm just going to try to line up these just kind of to a point where it's like, it looks like it's evenly lit. Okay, there's some for that pathway. Let's see what it looks like at night. Oh, that's such a significant change. How beautiful is that? And like this part right here of the house is kind of bothering me. There's a little entrance here for the dogs. I kind of don't like it there. It just seems kind of thrown in there. It doesn't look good. I'm getting rid of it. And then now I'm going to also add in some outdoor lighting for the front porch as well. There is this one that came with the base game that I think would look pretty cute, but there is this one that came with Get Together also that I think would match very, very nicely. I'm going to move that window over and then put this here instead. That looks very nice, very cute. I'm just now realizing this porch is not symmetrical, but honestly, I'm not mad about it. I think it looks pretty nice. I'm going to leave it. And then of course, if you've been a viewer of my channel for a while, I'm going to be raving about these cats and dogs rugs all day and night. I'm going to be losing my mind over them. I don't know which swatch looks the best. Do we like this lighter one? Do we like this green one? Do we like the blue? I think the blue kind of looks cute, but I might change my mind. You know how I am. Oh, hold on. Silly me. What am I thinking? We have a welcome mat that I'm absolutely going to be using from the base game, and it has some fall swatches too, so we should use that instead. I want the one with the pumpkins. I like the pumpkins. Very cute. And you know what? Since it's fall in the game and also in real life, we should add some pumpkins. Why not? I'm just going to type pumpkin into the search bar here. And yeah, we should decorate a little bit with some pumpkins. I think I'm going to put a big pumpkin right there. And then I'm going to do a little one right here, this white one. We'll just do like a little display here of some pumpkins from Cottage Living. But we can also add in some very cute little jack-o'-lanterns from the Spooky Stuff pack. Oh, how stinking cute are those? I also learned recently that you can use the 9 key to lift these up. And they sit like perfectly actually on the posts here. So I'm going to add a couple of those because why not? I'm not going to make it perfect. Oh, there's one with cats. How cute. They have dogs, but I feel like they would find that funny. But yeah, just like a couple out here that looks cute. Maybe we can even add some out here as well, just like near the front. That looks really cute. And I would add some light too. Oh, I just love The Sims in fall time. It's just so pretty. Okay, so for the front porch, I definitely want to add in like a bench or something out here. There is a bench that came with cats and dogs. I don't know why they didn't put it in the outdoor benches though, because you have to go to the couches to find it. It's very cute. It's really nice. I kind of want it to be in this swatch instead of the white, because I feel like if I used a white swatch on it, it would just look really, I don't know, just it would look really weird to me. It's kind of going to look a little off center, but I'm going to put 2 out here. And I feel like we need something on this side to kind of balance it out so it doesn't look so empty and awkward over here. So maybe some kind of plant. I'm trying to think what kind of plant would look good out here. I know we got one with seasons. Ooh, I did use that one in my last, not my last renovation, but one of my other renovations that was very witchy and fall-like. Definitely think I'm going to use it again. I'm going to go into seasons. And where is it? This one. I feel like it would look really, really cute out here. I don't really love the planter that it's in, but it's not really like that significant because then I can just, oh yes, that looks very, very pretty. And then maybe we can just put some of these pumpkins. I feel like, see, look, there's this pumpkin set that I did, and then there's this one. I just feel like this looks so much better. So maybe we should do more pumpkins. Yeah, I'm just going to do a completely different set over on this side as well, just because I feel like I need to. I think I'm going to alternate the colors a little bit though. Maybe I should do like a big white pumpkin and a little orange one. That's cute. That looks very nice. And of course, I'm going to go into decor and I'm going to add in a nice little seasonal wreath as well. This one is so cute. One of my favorites. All right. So how about we move on to the backyard? That's one space that I definitely want to work on. I think the trees are kind of in the way. I'm not really sure. I got to think on this for a second because, one thing I definitely wanted to change is the layout of this space out here. I want to move these stairs to the middle here and just make it wider. I feel like it just kind of looks a little awkward just being off to the side there because it makes this area feel so feels weird. This tree has to leave, unfortunately. I think I might move this one over here. There is some terrain paint going on over here. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go through and do some work on that. Probably we'll do that off camera because there is a lot to do. So, but yeah, I'll add some landscaping in back here, I think, but not before I add in the little, I guess the puppy shed. I'm not really sure what you would call it, but I'm gonna just add that right here. I don't really have much of a plan for it. Does that look cute there? I feel like it should be moved back a little bit, maybe just to here even. Yeah. Oh, well, that looks weird. Now that's awkward. But yeah, just right there. It looks very cute. Oh, yes. Do I want to kind of mimic the roof pattern here? I don't know if I really can onto something this small, but maybe we should try. I don't know. I feel like it would look quite cute if I could make a little mini version of the house. Ooh, this might be looking a little awkward, not gonna lie. So maybe not, but ooh, yeah, I don't think that's going to look very good. We at least had that thought, okay? So what I might do is instead, I will just do a kind of rustic, kind of simple looking shed. Instead of doing a full-on gabled roof, we'll use a half gabled, and I'm just going to bring it forward and just do a little shed like this. Maybe they built it themselves, add a little foundation there. We'll kind of match it, but I think for the texture, I kind of want to use this from Seasons. Oh, that looks so cute. Maybe we'll do the darker version. Oh, that looks much nicer. Yeah. And I think I'm going to make it, give it a metal roof, something like this maybe. I just feel like it's something that they built themselves. I'm not really sure if that's, Brent and Brant's vibe, but I don't know. I feel like they would maybe they either built it themselves or they got this from Lowe's or something, or whatever version of Lowe's in The Sims is. And let's see, we'll add a little door, which honestly, I probably shouldn't put it up on a huge foundation so that the puppies can get up and down. I don't even know. Can they get up and down these just like one step little foundations here? I don't know if they can. They probably can't. So maybe instead it'll just be on the ground, just so that the puppies can like go in and out as they need. And then I'm going to use a door from Cats and Dogs, just maybe like right here on the side. I think I'm going to use I kind of want to use the wooden swatches or something. Ooh, that looks very cute actually. It makes me want to change this wooden siding here to a different color. Ooh, that looks cute. Wait a minute, we should use this on on like the lower part. That looks adorable actually. And then I do want to make sure to add in a little door for the dogs to go in and out too. I'm going to use this matching one. Oh, this like looks like it's meant to be here. That's so cute. Maybe I'll put a couple, just so that they have, plenty of space to go in and out. And then I'll add some windows here. I think I actually want to use the Cats and Dogs windows again, and I want to make sure that they are a matching color too. I'm just going to add, like a couple like that. And I want there to be a nice amount of light in here too. We'll just add, some bigger windows like this. I'm just placing a bunch. Actually, I feel like that isn't as realistic. I think we should use some smaller windows, just like these. Yeah, we'll put a couple on this side, and we'll put one on this side and one on this side too. I like it. And then maybe the interior can have the same kind of the wallpaper, the flooring. Should we just use the same flooring that we used over here? I feel like that would just look the best. Oh yeah, it looks so cozy in here. Let's add in a little light, I think. Ooh, this one from Horse Ranch is definitely giving farm vibes, but I want something that isn't as big. Maybe this one from Cottage Living. Ooh, that's cute. There's like a nice metal rusty kind of coppery swatch that looks really nice. Now there's a couple of different rugs I definitely want to add in here for sure. I think adding in the little paw prints here would look so cute. I don't know, just adding a couple of these in here, and then maybe some mud. Oh wait, no, we got to add these are gonna make it look like the puppies came in with like some muddy little footprints. Oh, how stinking cute. That just adds some detailing too. And then we can also add in, would this look good? The sawdust? I feel like no. I do like the idea of like adding in some stains, some mess. I mean, it ain't gotta be perfect. It's a place where dogs are living in, so they probably make it a little bit messy. We do need to give them some like nice comfy beds. I think they're just gonna have like a nice little, area over here. I kind of like this warm like red color. I don't know, that's kind of cute. I don't know. They have, how many puppies do they have right now? They have 4. Rosie obviously is gonna have some space inside. So maybe we'll just give them these smaller beds. Let's do 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and then maybe we'll do a 5th one in the middle. Maybe they have enough space for as many dogs as possible. And then we'll just give them maybe all the same kind of brownish tone. We'll put them kind of next to each other. And then we do need to give them some food bowls, probably along this wall here. I think I'm just going to give them some pretty simple ones. We'll do maybe just this. I mean, honestly, the blue is kind of cute. And there is a rug that can go underneath all of them. I think that would look kind of nice too. I'm trying to think which swatch would look good. I feel like that looks all right. And we'll just kind of place down, however many I need to over here. I think 3 looks good. And then I can just do like, I mean, this is 6 altogether. So maybe I should add another bed. Maybe we should add another bed here. We can, I know that they aren't going to have 6, but hey, maybe they have to keep a dog overnight or something and they just have another space. So, that's kind of cute. And I think we should also, even though I'm going to add some toys outside, I definitely want to make sure that there is some toys inside too. So, on the cooler days when it's really cold and snowy, they can, they can play with the puppies inside. And then I'll just put like a couple toys kind of scattered throughout. Some of these are not really intended for dogs, I can imagine, but hey, it looks cute, right? All right. Oh, there's also automatic feeders. Should we do automatic feeders? I feel like just for the sake of Britt and Brant's sanity, I feel like adding some automatic feeders would be definitely more the vibe. For sure. I think maybe I can do 2. Oh yeah, that doesn't look bad. These are probably expensive. You can actually put your own bowls here and mismatch them if you want, but that's kind of cute. A nice little area for their puppies to kind of sleep in. So, this isn't like a puppy mill. This is them actually fostering and taking care of strays and puppies that are just like kind of found outside, I think I will add some of these like boards here just to act as kind of like a little porch sort of. I feel like that wouldn't be too bad. That way there's a little bit of a cover on the front of this building here too. We'll just do this setup like so, and then I'll just move it over like that. I think maybe I should just bring it to like here. That looks nice. And then we'll add some of the wood siding there, the metal roofing. I think that looks kind of cute. And we'll just add some columns here as well. Pretty rudimentary, I think, for this space, but it's just really for the vibes, And let's see, I'm going to get rid of this. Yeah, that looks nice. And let's see, what else? What else should I do back here? Well, first thing I want to do is get rid of this terrain paint here because I'm not going to leave that stuff there. I want them to have a little bit of an area here to kind of hang out in, but I don't want to like make it too, I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. I want it to feel pretty natural still. So maybe I'll just do like a small bit of brick right here. I feel like this brick would look very, very nice. That seems pretty realistic. And we'll just give them like a little, just like a little spot here. It doesn't got to be too big. It's just like a little patio that maybe they did themselves. I'll put their little, their picnic table here. I feel like that's a good spot. We'll give them their, grill here. We're not going to get rid of all their stuff because I feel like at the end of the day, their stuff is fine, I mean, it just needs, completely changed in every way, but I think that looks nice. And I think now what we can do is go back here once again, and I'm going to add in some more landscaping as well. Just some more lavender. Is lavender toxic to dogs? I have a feeling that it might be, to be honest. Well, it's just not, it's The Sims, so we're not going to worry about it too much. Ooh, I forgot about these really big bushes. These would look really, really pretty in some spots. Like back here, it makes this tree seem so small. And then I'm gonna go in with some more of those like low-lying ones like these. I am gonna be honest, I will probably go in and change this off camera like myself once it's a different season. So don't get too comfortable with how it's looking right now because honestly, y'all, it's kind of it's not really looking the best in my personal opinion. We'll give them some more of these hydrangea bushes. Hopefully they look good when they're in bloom. But hey, I think that looks very nice actually. I don't want to overdo it because I do want to leave lots of space for some dog training stuff. I'm going to be honest, I don't really know how to set these up that well. So if I'm wrong with these, do let me know. But I'm just going to do like a little, like they got to do some little jumps, we'll do some little, like a little jump, little obstacle course here. We'll just kind of offset them. Is there not swatches of these? That's unfortunate. And then maybe we can give them, a little weaving thing. And then let's see, a ramp too. We'll put the ramp right here. They can just kind of like run around in a circle. Ooh, in fact, what I'll do is I'll put this here. I'll move these back a little bit also. Hopefully these work still. And I kind of want to add one of these little hoopty hoops. I don't know. Is that kind of ugly? I feel like it's kind of ugly to be honest. Oh, but that's so cute though. And I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters. It should be just fun and quirky looking. Yeah, that gives that space some function. Let me know in the comments how I should improve that because I really don't know how to lay it out nicely. So, but yeah, that looks a lot better. I might go in and add some more landscaping off camera, like I said. But one thing I do want to work on is maybe add in like a little path. What I might do is just use some of these stepping stones from the base game. These always look very nice. Just add like a little bit of a pathway from here to here. I don't know if I like that. Actually, I don't think I do like it. Maybe instead I will just use some kind of like this terrain paint here. It looks more like dead grass. It just looks like something they've like walked over a million times. I'll also do the same thing over here with this as well. I want to make it look like they really like ran it through like really crazily. I feel like personally, I would want this to kind of maybe go right here and then kind of twist it around to where it kind of looks like it's a course, you know? It's not perfect, but I can kind of see that looking good. I quite like that. I think I'm honestly just going to come over here and just add a little bit of a kind of worn pathway to this door here. But I think that's all I really want to do back here. That looks really nice. All right, let's add some lighting for sure, because we're going to want a seat. Okay, I did all this work and I'm not gonna let it go to waste. Okay, we'll put a couple of these little lights right here, I think, and maybe we'll just put some lights kind of near the house here. We'll put a couple maybe on either side over here as well, and also by the fence gate right here. Oh, I really put this in a really bad spot, didn't I? Yeah, this landscaping here is not looking so hot. Let me just do some adjustments, you know, that's better. And we'll just put a couple of these here. And then where else should I put them? Oh, definitely over here. I think this is where the fence gate is. Yeah, that's right there. And then maybe I'll just put like a couple like on the corners of this as well. Very cute. And then I'll add a little candle for this little, you know, whatever you call it, this picnic table. Oh, how stinking cute is this? This is nice. The little back porch definitely needs some love too. I definitely want to put in like a little, you know, bench or something. Probably we'll just use the same one that we used on the front. I just really like it. It's just so pretty. We'll put this one right here. And then I might add some pillows to those too. I feel like obviously those are going to be the best things to add. We did get a new one with a new event, y'all. Just saying. I don't know if y'all participated, but it's here somewhere. This super chill pillow. I'm probably not going to be using it because it's kind of bright and kind of ugly, but you know, it's there. Let's see. I think I low-key want to use these orange ones. And I know it's because it's autumn, and they put these out here because it's autumn. How cute. I think we'll also do that out front as well, just to make sure that we don't forget those. All right. Front is done there. The back is done there, so I'm just gonna add like a little back, what do you call it, a little rug out here. I think I want to add the little woven one. It's so cute. I think the greenish one might be the one that I like the most. I'm probably gonna change my mind, you know me. I think a plant or something needs to go here. Maybe this one from Seasons. I kind of like it. It's kind of pretty. It's kind of cute. There is the backyard done. There is the front yard done. The house exterior is for the most part finished. I just noticed earlier whenever I was looking through the cats and dogs windows that we have these windows here. And I'm like, why didn't they use these instead of those ones from the base game? That just would look so nice right here in the roof. I mean, look at that. Very cute little addition. So now let's move inside. I want to make sure that I adjust the floor plan a little bit. So what I would like to do is I would like to add a wall right here. It just feels like there was a wall there already and then they just tore it down. That's what it feels like to me. That's really the only adjustment to the floor plan downstairs I want to do. Upstairs is fine. I just feel like it's a little awkward like right here. I don't know. I kind of think I want to add a little wall right there just to make this area of the room a little bit more intentional. It just feels like it was just kind of like left there. This isn't going to look exactly right there, so I'm probably gonna have to leave it there, but I really like that little window seat there. That's very cute. And honestly, that's it. The floor plan is fine. They did a pretty decent job. I just wanted a wall here because you know me, I don't like open concept. Okay, let's just take our sledgehammer and we'll get rid of everything that I know I don't want. I don't want these ugly bits of furniture. I don't want this as well. The counters, first of all, what is this layout? Excuse me, you got this way over here. You got a dishwasher in the middle. It's not even near the sink. Yeah, that's a big yikes. I'm not gonna lie. You know what? We'll just get them some new counters. I know what layout I want. We gotta fix that. And for some reason throughout this entire build, they put these ugly kids lights here. Like literally, look at that. These literally are called kids ceiling lights. Why? Why does the Sims team have such an obsession with those lights? This room is fine. I don't really like these paintings. This seems just kind of randomly placed in here. I don't know. This room can use some work. We might even look into some gallery artwork just to kind of make it look like Brent did some, or Brant, whichever. The artist one, he made some art. So yeah, I think let's just start with one room at a time. We'll start with the kitchen. I feel like I always start with kitchens. That's a really great place to kind of figure out the vibes. I definitely want to use these lamps from the, what is it called? The cats and dogs pack. I feel like in the kitchen it would look so nice, and we just need some light in here. Okay, what is the goal for in here? Well, first and foremost, this flooring has got to go. Okay, we cannot be using this flooring. Do I want to use this like lighter wood, or do I want to use maybe like this lighter wood? I feel like that would look very nice in here. And then the wallpaper, I mean, not gonna lie, y'all, I kind of just want to go with a really simple, clean white. It's technically a siding that came with the cats and dogs pack. That just looks really pretty and clean. It's a kitchen. I want it to feel nice and fresh and bright. And actually, since it is a kitchen, I kind of want to give them a tiling. And I don't know necessarily if terracotta is the best choice for in here, but I've looked at a lot of like pictures online, and like that looks really pretty. And I think what we'll do is, what kind of countertops should I use? This one from the base game is very nice. I mean, I could go with a nice clean white kind of setup, but there is also a nice like bluish kind of setup there too. I think the clean white would be very nice, actually. Let's just go ahead and we'll get this placed down, and then we'll see if the colors are right. I wanted to kind of mimic the vibes of the original floor plan just a little bit, keep it kind of the same sort of layout, but just a little bit better, to be honest. We're gonna actually place down an island kind of right here as well. The more I look at this, the more I realize I'm not particularly a big fan of the white cabinets. I think we need some nice wooden cabinets in here. Or should we do this blue? I don't know. The blue is kind of pretty. I did want to implement more of this vibe in here. I've decided to change the flooring and also the cabinets to a darker wood tone. That feels more my vibe right there. I prefer that so much more. And these windows are not my favorite, like placement wise. They're a little bit big. They're a little bit too awkward. I am going to use the same cats and dogs kind of set, but I am going to make sure to just do like a smaller version. So we'll do one here and one here. Maybe we'll do 3 actually. That looks kind of cute. We definitely need to add in some cabinets in here to really like kind of make it feel right. Something like that already looks so much better. And then the sink is obviously going to go right in the middle. I kind of want a copper sink that's just so rustic and pretty looking. And then maybe over here can be the stove. I think I'm just going to should I use this one from Parenthood? It's very pretty. Ooh, that gray honestly kind of looks cute. I haven't used that in a while. Maybe I should put the refrigerator here just because I can fit this underneath the cabinet here, and they already have one right here. Do we like this combination? I don't know. The copper and the gray, it doesn't really work for me the best. So maybe we should look for a set that kind of feels more coppery, if that makes sense. I kind of like this combination. I don't know. I feel like that looks much better. Need to fix this little counter situation right here, but that's very nice. That's very cute. I still am unsure about this flooring though. I feel like the wallpaper in that cabinet looks very nice, but the flooring, I don't know. In a kitchen, I just feel like I'd rather have something like this, but it just feels off when I place it down. Maybe it's because there isn't a trim. I kind of like this wallpaper. Ooh, this looks really, really pretty in here with the trim and like the wood and stuff. Maybe I can even go for something like that. Does that look weird? I don't like that. Yeah, we'll just stick to either this or a proper terracotta flooring. I feel like that is just very rich looking. I want something that's almost faded. Okay, this combo works really, really well. It's just a lot of dark wood. So, of course it's going to work for me, but I think that looks very nice. We can go in with some really pretty cats and dogs furniture here. I don't like these paintings really that came with cats and dogs. I think this is kind of a cute little setup that they've got going on here. I'll kind of leave this here. Maybe we'll do like a darker color to the dog for some reason. This looks cute, some dog treats. That's pretty essential, right? I feel like this is a very dark little corner though, so we definitely should add like some light here. For some reason, this little lamp just kind of speaks to me. I kind of like that being there. And then maybe some art on the wall above this as well. Or, ooh, this is always such a good addition. I feel like this looks super cute right here. We can just add this like that and then darken it to the dark wood. That's really cute. And then this table, low key, I want to change it to this darker wood as well to match all this. And then we do need to probably match this as well, this like archway. I feel like this archway is just a little too, I don't know, it's just a little too awkwardly placed. That looks a little bit better. And then can I add one over here and it look good? It's a little bit of a tight squeeze, but I kind of don't mind it being that wide. Oh, and then we also, of course, have to add in some better lighting. I always add in this boob light. I don't know. I just like the way it looks. It's so realistic. And then maybe we'll put these like right above this instead. That looks cute. Maybe we just need one there. I feel like two is a little bit excessive. And then now we can properly go into the kitchen and add some decor, add some appliances, you know, just the usual stuff that I always add. Should I add in a backsplash? I don't know. I feel like that would look really nice. A nice little backsplash or something. You know, I kind of low-key like this white one. I just wish the lighting was better on it, to be honest, because you can see, like, if I place this one down here, you can clearly see there's a difference. So maybe instead of that, we actually go in to the wall, like the wallpapers, and we just find something that looks good. I feel like the subway tiling is just so overused, but at the same time, this one is really nice. Actually, I quite like the white subway tile. Maybe we can just put it along like these two walls here. You know, that ain't bad. I don't know. I'm kind of torn about it, y'all. You know, what if we just made the whole kitchen this tiling? Does that look weird to me? I don't think it does. I'm actually going to leave this little situation right over here, I think. I like they have a trash can, so I won't forget it. Anyways, y'all, I'm getting so distracted. But yeah, I guess we'll give them like a little coffee maker here. Let's give them this like kind of vintagey looking one. I feel like that would look good in this kitchen. Ooh, the blue's kind of a moment. I kind of like it. I almost want to put something over here instead. Honestly, yeah, let's move this over here. Let's put this maybe right here, this here. We'll keep everything that is in this kitchen for the most part. And I think maybe over here they can just have like a little coffee section. That would look nice. We'll just put that there. That way there is, you know, more room over there. Oh, how stinking cute. And then we'll put in some mugs here as well. And then we'll of course add some cabinets right above it. I'm not really sure about this wallpaper, y'all. Just saying. I might actually change it after all, but for now I'm gonna leave it at this because it's looking cute. Oh, that's so nice there. Oh, okay. I think that's a good setup for the kitchen. Let's find some curtains. I think for the curtains I'm just gonna use the little like cafe kind of styled curtains. I low-key like these from the Cozy Bistro kit. I think I'm gonna lift these windows up a little bit too. I actually really like that. A nice bit of contrast. And I don't really think there's anything else I would like to place in here. Maybe, you know, some of these nice little plants can go somewhere. Actually, I quite like the way that looks with the brown. And then obviously we need to add in like, you know, the usual stuff like a dish rack. Put that right there. And then, ooh, the sink side essentials. That's an item that you can't find in the kitchen clutter in the room section. You have to go into this area and then filter by kitchen clutter. If you have that pack, that would be a perfect little addition right there, even though the curtains are kind of overtaking it. That's cute. I feel like these curtains just are a little too high and then a little too low in some spots. Something like that, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if that looks good or not. Ooh, and we can add some other things too, like this little knife block set. Maybe this little scale. Oh, the scale is very cute. Ooh, there's a blue. Ooh, I like the blue. It kind of works with the refrigerator. I don't know. Let's just add some other little clutter bits here and there for, you know, their kitchen, because I feel like, you know, you kind of have to. All right. I think that's fine. There's place to prepare food here and here. I'm not going to add any more. I think this kitchen is a huge improvement. This little trash can should go there. And then we'll add a little rug right here, I think, just to kind of fill in that little spot there. That's very cute. Do I want to use this one? This one maybe? I kind of like the blue. Okay, Sure. I don't know. All right. The kitchen is pretty much done. Everything is sort of original, but the layout is a little bit nicer. Now, this big room right here, I guess you could consider it a great room. It is, I'm not really a big fan of great rooms. I think this rug here is just really making this area feel weirdly cut off. And let's see. One thing I did want to do is adjust this area right here. I basically want to move this down a block just because it was not centered before. And I feel like that's so weird. There we go. Just a little bit of a fix there. And honestly, what we can do here is we can add in a fireplace, like a proper one. There's a couple different options that I want to use. There is this one from Cats and Dogs, which is very pretty. Ooh, wait, that looks so good. I don't really want the gray version. I want this one. Yeah, that's nice and warm. The flooring, I went ahead and changed to that. But what about the wallpaper? These curtains are also going. Oh my gosh, it's ugly. I feel like out of the wallpapers, we need something that is just really nice and cozy. This one I've been using a lot lately. I think it looks very nice in here. I don't know. I feel like that just adds a bit more of a rustic charm to their home. And then maybe I can put a couple windows next to the fireplace here. Something like that maybe. That looks nice. I quite like this layout. I think what I'll do, because here's the thing, I want the fireplace to be the central, like, focal point of this room. But the thing is, they need a space for dining here, preferably. So maybe the fireplace is not the center focus. Maybe I just, move this over. Actually, I hate this. Putting a big TV on this little coffee table, what? No. Also, I'm not liking the wallpaper. I'm sorry. I get so indecisive. I low-key want to try out maybe this wainscoting. That's nice, but I honestly feel like we need some like blue, or just like a nice soft blue would look quite nice in here, I think. Because, you can use the color blue in a space and it not look cold. We want to make it feel like nice and fresh. We could also go with a nice light white color, make it very clean and bright, and then just add in a bunch of color through the furniture. I feel like that would look good. Yeah, we'll change the swatch on that coffee table because I do love this coffee table. And we did get some couches with this pack. I feel like that looks very nice. I don't know if I like, that's very gray and boring. The blue is also, I don't know. I might like the blue. I'm not sure. We got to put some new lighting in here though, first and foremost, y'all. I can't do that lighting. I'm going to get rid of one of these windows here too, because it just feels like there's one too many there. I do quite like this. This feels very nice, actually. The couch, I'm still unsure about. I think it's just too much of a light blue. I want like a darker blue. Let's actually go into the colors here on the filter settings. Just click blue and see what we get. We could do a sectional, but I feel like that blue is just a little too light. Ooh, these couches from the base game. I don't know, y'all. That always really appeals to me. I really enjoy that couch. It's very simple, but like that's what I want. And then we can do some matching chairs on either side like that, and then the TV setup can be in the middle here. I feel like that would look kind of nice. It's a little bit soft and light, but I feel like this, in comparison to what it was before, looks so much better. I feel like that from the toddler or the kids room looks really, really good with the little blue touch right there. And then you know what? They did have this TV before, but we're giving them a little bit of a nicer TV, I think. Or at least we're going to give them a TV that just goes on the wall. I like that. And then for the curtains, that's always a bit of a question for me. I don't know what kind of curtains to ever use. Going with these like white curtains is nice, but I low-key really like the blue. I don't know. I feel like it's very dark in this space. Is it just me? Am I just being nitpicky? I feel like we should add some more windows. You can never have too many windows in this game. So, ooh, the placement of this window is just not it. I'm so scatterbrained, y'all. I'm so sorry. I jump around. I'm very jumpy when it comes to my renovations because it kind of helps me figure it out a little bit better. Ooh, what if we did these like really big windows, like this really big window, or ooh, this really big window. Oh, that would look really nice. Oh, it's kind of too big. Maybe this one. Oh yeah, that one looks good. Just like a nice big window there. It's a little bit better in here. I feel like something's off right here. I like the couches. I don't like the curtains. That's the thing. I need something that kind of warms it up a little bit. Ooh, these are really stinking pretty. I don't know. Does that work in here? I feel like the windows probably would need to be moved down like this. I don't know if that looks good on the outside. Actually, it doesn't look bad on the outside because I really like all of the blue, but part of me wants to make these chairs white. I know you'll never hear me say that. But what if I made white chairs with blue pillows, or blue chairs with white pillows? I think blue chairs with white pillows would be a lot nicer. What do we think about this? I actually think it looks very nice. I think it looks really cute. My placement is a little bit questionable, but I feel like that looks really, really nice there. I feel like I almost want to add in a dark blue instead. Maybe like a little one. Maybe not that little, but ooh, yeah, the dark blue, the white, and the light blue is a very nice combination. However, I don't think putting a big pillow and a little pillow on these chairs is good. So I think I might just make these dark blue instead. Oh yeah, that looks so good. And then for the couch, I'll just place down big pillows that are, blue, and then little pillows that are white. And then I'll just place these just like this, my normal way of doing it. Oh yeah, that looks very nice. It's very them. I think the perfect rug would be to use this one. I just don't know. I just don't know if the colors look good. The brown one? Actually, I don't think I like that rug there. It doesn't really fit the vibe. I kind of low-key want to use the one that was here, but just make it smaller. Yeah, that's better. Not that screen swatch though. Absolutely not. I'm torn because I kind of like this one. I feel like that is very much so the vibe for sure. And I think to kind of brighten it up in here, we definitely need to just add some lights. Thankfully, Cats and Dogs is coming through with the clutch. I've used these lamps so much. They are so pretty. I'm probably going to overuse them in this house. Just a little bit of an FYI. Let's see. There is a dog bed here. I don't want to get rid of it, but they have a small dog. So maybe instead I'll just replace it with a little bed instead. And then let's see. I'll put it right here. That's a perfect little spot. And then we'll just make sure it has like a nice color on it. Ooh, the light blue looks very pretty. Yeah, look at that. And then maybe right here in the middle on the coffee table, we just add like a couple little bits of clutter. We'll just put some books here, I think. We can never go wrong with a nice stack of books. I feel like that's too much though, honestly. Ooh, this right here. This little item here is very cute. It is a little like tray that came with, I think, the everyday clutter kit, or no, the book nook kit. That looks very nice. Honestly, sometimes less is more. And then we do need to add in a little candle too, of course. This candle right here would be perfect. Let's make this kind of off-centered. Maybe the candle should just go like right there. Yeah, that's nice. And then maybe we can put some books underneath the TV here. That's a good thing to put there, I guess. Ooh, this looks kind of nice. I haven't used this item before. Forget which pack it's from, to be perfectly honest with you. We have so many kits at this point. It's so hard for me to keep up. Maybe I should put this like on the end. That looks kind of nice. And then, ooh, that's like a little too far over though. So let's just do it like right here. Yeah, there we go. And then maybe just some little knickknacks and stuff here. This little team photo here, I think would look very cute. Somebody commented on me using this in a fantasy build recently. And I'm like, listen, I'm just pretending that it's like a magical sports team. Okay, that's just what's going on in my head. Maybe this little thing of CDs here too. I don't know. That's kind of cute. I really like the living room. Okay, huge improvement. There is a little doggy food bowl right over here. I'm gonna put this right here as well in the corner. That looks so much better there. And let's see, we have this random painting. I'm getting rid of that. And then we need to add in some curtains. Is this a little bit unrealistic to put them that close to a fireplace? Yes, it is. It almost certainly is. But I'm just gonna say this, I don't care. It's The Sims. I just want it to look pretty, okay? And then we'll just place them right here. And then there is, thankfully, a wider version for these windows here. Love Cats and Dogs for that. They really just went through and did a whole set. Oh Lord, it looks so cute in here. And for the dining table, we did get one from Cats and Dogs, which I'm definitely going to use. I don't know why they didn't use it originally. That's a thing that I really want to ask the Sims team. I'm like, any more lately, actual creators are building the houses, but back in the day they would build homes for the packs themselves, and yeah, the choices weren't great because they wouldn't really use a lot of the furniture that came with the packs, unfortunately. I kind of like this blue and like mismatched like white setup with the chairs. That's very nice. And I think for underneath that, I think I do want to use this rug. How does that look? Oh, that looks really good there. Oh, and I know exactly what to put in this dining space. We're gonna put the not this one. It is a bookshelf that came with Cats and Dogs as well. There is a light blue, but this dark wood is just really like speaking to me today. I kind of want to put it like right there, lined up with that. And then we'll put another one of these lamps here. I know that's a lot of lamps, but it just looks really good, okay? I want it to be lit up. And then we need like a little centerpiece or something. So I'm going to filter by cats and dogs and see if there's something I can put right here. That's kind of big, honestly, but it's cute. Ooh, I do want to add this somewhere else. You know, there is already one in the kitchen, but I kind of like adding this maybe here in the corner. Ooh, that looks nice. And I think I'm just going to do like a little dog kind of thing. Is this a dog? Yeah, it says man's best friend. So I'm assuming it's a dog. And we'll just put that right there in the center. How cute is that? I think the only thing that could really elevate this space more is some plants for sure. They got to have some greenery in here. I really like this one for some reason. I guess because it's kind of got like a blue and white stripe on it. That's a nice little addition. And low key, I want to put these like dog beds right there on either side. That's very cute, actually. Should I add a little table right here? I don't know. I feel like that would be too much, but I do want there to be some kind of art here. Ooh, either some art or a little side table with a lamp. I feel like that would look better. This one from Get Together, I use this so much because the wood tones are just really nice. And honestly, it's like a nice traditional style that kind of works with a lot of the different ones in like throughout The Sims. And I think I'm going to use this lamp here from For Rent. Oh, that just adds so much right there. And then maybe we can put a little painting above it as well. Maybe this little sunflower painting. I use it so much, but it's just because it's cute. All right. I think the living room and dining space is good. The kitchen, like this feels like it should be here. I really, really enjoy this. Actually, one thing that I simply have to do instead is put down some Halloween kind of decor because it's fall. I mean, obviously, I'm going to load up this save in like, I don't know, January or something and be like, wow, now I need to replace all of this. But that's the fun of it because if y'all don't know, this is my forever save file that I'm working in and that's kind of the point. So does this look silly here? Kind of, but it looks cute. Maybe I should use it here on this. Yeah, this little dining table. We'll shrink it down even. You know what? That does look really, really cute there. And we'll put these little card thingies underneath the TV instead. There we go. That looks so good. And then I think I'm just going to put some like right here in the window. I don't want to like overdo it, but I want to add some. So we'll just do something like that. Just a few little, fall decor items here and there. Now, next room that we need to work on is this entry, this little foyer here. The stairs are fine. I kind of just want to replace them with the ones from Get Together just because that wood tone is so nice. And the railing, I think I just want to make it the one from Cats and Dogs also so that it matches. This bookshelf I use so much. I think it's so cute. I'm actually going to leave it probably like that swatch. The wallpaper, do I want to go with a really classic just white? I don't know. I feel like maybe we need to add something different. This kind of paneling that they had here originally isn't bad. It's just, I think the colors are just not my vibe. However, the white with this yellow, I wonder if it would look good in the living room. No, it doesn't look that good. I think I am just going to go with this really simple, clean white. You know me, I don't normally like that, but for a build like this, it does make sense. And then I am going to add in, of course, the classic boob lights, of course, just to, properly light it up in here. This doesn't seem to be the right rug to be using for an entryway. So I think I might just use this rug instead, or honestly, maybe I should just use the base game one, just this one, and make it a nice like blue or something so that it kind of adds brings some of that blue into here as well. Actually, I think this room already looks so much better just by changing that and adding some light in here. Let's see, what else should I do? This door, I feel like needs to be like this and needs to be flipped around. Do I want to make that door like a dark wood tone? Oh, that looks so good if I do that. Oh, that's lovely. And I'm just going to use the same curtains that I used in the living room in here. It just makes sense. And unless I do like the wide version, I feel like that would look so much better. Yeah, that looks a lot better in here. And I'm thinking maybe right here we do just another one of those like little tables. We can even just copy it from the kitchen here. I don't know. Does that look good? I think that lighter wood looks good with this bookshelf actually. And then we can add in just a couple little knickknacks. I think primarily I want to add in a lamp. I like adding lamps for decor because it also adds in light too. And then maybe we can place down some stuff from Seasons. Yeah, just some cute little, fall decor items maybe. Oh, we can put a little jack-o'-lantern thingy in here. This is I think a light. It's not like the cutest, but I kind of like it. It's kind of dorky. And then we'll maybe put some of these like little cards in here. These are really cute. And then let's see, right here there needs to be something, maybe a mirror. Actually, I think maybe this little coat stand kind of thing that they had should go there instead. I feel like that looks really nice. I think I'm just going to put another one of those plants like right here in the corner. I quite like that. I mean, it's a really simple room. There's really not much going on. So I should definitely add maybe some art too of some kind. I don't know. I will just forever be complaining about the art that's in this game. I think that looks really good there. But I just wish we had some better wall art. I don't know. I'm really weird about it. I'm liking this development so much. We have this little itty bitty bathroom. Let's go ahead and work on that. Honestly, I'm going to flip this door around so that the wall hits this. It just feels weird. The layout of this little bathroom isn't so bad. I personally don't love it, but I might just like move this toilet down a little bit. Actually, let's put in a better toilet. You know, that one's fine. It's just like a basic toilet, but I like this one more. It just looks like a real toilet to me. And we'll just make a few small changes to the swatches. I'm going to put in a different mirror in here. I am using the funds that Brent and Brant already originally have, but I kind of want to just cheat and give them some more eventually. That's probably what I'm going to do. We'll just add in some, nice decor in here. We got to put some nice hand soap in here. Maybe we'll put like another one and say that that's like a hand lotion or something. I don't know. And then a little hand towel as well. I think this one is perfect. I don't know. I feel like that's okay. The flooring and the wallpaper's got to go. I kind of just like using the wood flooring. It looks really pretty. And then for the tiling, there is this one from Growing Together, I think. That looks very cute, but is the swatches good? I don't know. Or are the swatches good? I mean, maybe we can just use this one. I don't know. I'm having a hard time picking. I think I'm just going to keep it really simple. You can never go wrong with simplicity, right? And maybe I can add one of those little like cabinet thingies in here. Maybe instead of doing this whole like setup that I've got here, what if I just move this stuff over here? We put the toilet here in the corner like I usually do, because that just seems right. We'll put the towel right there and the toilet paper there. And then we can put this little cabinet thing right here as well. That's better. That just feels more correct. I'll go ahead and add in a boob light in here as well. This window is really high up, I'm realizing. Yeah, we just need to lower it down a notch. And then maybe we can just add another one of these like little curtains in here as well. Oh, there we go. And then we'll add in a nice little rug too. Maybe this blue one just to kind of bring in some of the blue from the rest of the house. I quite like that. Very simple little half bath downstairs, but definitely improved. This room, I'm not really sure what to do about it. I do want to get rid of this window because I feel like that's just one too many windows. It's a very nice room in its concept for sure, but it's going to be a pottery studio. So we're definitely going to have to clear a lot of this stuff out. I'll keep the easel, of course. These are, I guess, supposed to be like reference material. I don't know. But then let's see, we'll put down this, flooring here. That already helps a lot. The walls, I'm just really liking this clean wallpaper, but I think I am going to use this instead just for in here. Maybe I should use that in here too. Ooh, that does look really good in there. Yeah, I like that. Instead of just doing white, we'll do that for that room instead. All right, so this room is going to be a pottery studio. So I'm going to go into the study section, into hobbies and skills, and then we'll filter by businesses and hobbies. There's only really two things you need. You need the kiln, of course. We'll put the kiln maybe just like right here. And then we do need the pottery wheel. Should I put the pottery wheel like right there? I feel like that's a nice spot for it. The easel, I think honestly can stay in the same spot. And then I'll just add these, darker wood tones there. That's very cute. And let's see, is there any other things that I feel like should be placed down for in here? Well, I think for sure I want to add in some other little like surfaces. Ooh, like this table. Even though this is like an industrial like looking table, I feel like this would look good just like here in the corner, just as some extra, surfaces to work on, I guess. Maybe this like white with the wood. That looks really nice. I'm going to be honest, y'all. I kind of don't really know what to place down in a pottery studio. So I might actually look up some images of a pottery studio just to kind of get a general idea. I know for one thing that I'm noticing already, and I'm looking up some like references for this, is we definitely need a place to display some of our like pottery like creations, I guess you could say. So I feel like this like shelving unit from that is it the restoration kit? I feel like that would look really, really nice because it's a nice clean white, but it has some wood tones there. There is some little statues here, some little thingamadoodles that we can place down for the vibes that it is a studio. So maybe we can do that. How cute. I actually did not know of these items. I have not really played around with the businesses and hobbies like the pottery kind of, ceramics kind of thing yet very much. So I really, really need to. I am going to be hopefully here soon starting a rags to riches challenge again. So I'm thinking that maybe we'll dabble into some pottery or something. I don't know. We'll see about that though, for sure. Oh, this is a really cute little painting. I've never seen that one before. We'll put that in here. Oh, this is cute. This would be really nice for in here just because is that what I think it is? Y'all, is that furry art? Excuse me. I mean, no, I'm not against it, but that's just I've never seen that. But oh my god, there's so much more. Oh, there's some more little candles. This is so cute. I wish they weren't lit, but oh my god, that's adorable. Ooh, there's some other like little pots here too. These are very pretty. These are so beautiful. Okay, what do we think of that? That looks really, really nice, I think. Oh, goodness. I am in love with this. Just some little statues, some little figures, some little nonsensical things. That's a cute little setup. Maybe I'll put this one here and it's being prepared, I don't know. And let's see, I think we should put a sink in here too, because they're going to need water, but also I feel like it would just be nice to have a little sink. There is this one from the artist studio kit. I feel like it would fit well in here. I just don't know where. Maybe like right here, like as you walk in. That's a nice little spot for it, I think. And then just for the, sake of having it, I guess, is we can put a little trash can in here too, just like a little white one right next to the sink there. I think I like this. I don't want to overdo it because I want this to be a pretty functional little space, but I quite like it. I am going to put this back here because this actually was here specifically, placed down because it's from cats and dogs. Really nice little setup. We'll put a couple here just so that they have some like protection over the floor. But how cute is that? A nice simple little pottery studio. I'm gonna add in some curtains too, but should I just make these like shades? I feel like the shades would look really good. Yeah, that looks nice. All right, the first floor is done. So far, so good. I really, really love this setup. It's very pretty in here. Alrighty, y'all. Let's move on to upstairs. Oh, what a difference. So I'm going to first and foremost add in the boob light. The boob light is very essential for building in my spaces here just because, I don't know, it just makes it more realistic and cozy. And the next thing I want to make sure is going with some of the sloppy paint, this flooring here. We'll do it basically for the entirety of the house because it just looks really cute. I'm also going to make sure that this planking is up here. Honestly, that is really, really pretty. That's a really good thing to place down if you don't know what to put in a room like this, I guess. I'll get rid of this little sconce here that's kind of awkwardly placed. And this hallway is probably what we should first start with. Did you hear my voice crack there? I'm 30, by the way. But let's see. We'll change the colors of the doors. We'll put the door like this. There isn't a door from the hallway into this bathroom. I think that's fine. But this hallway is just very empty and sad. Like I low-key want to add like a little room back here just to kind of add some, something. Let's see. What is the center? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait a minute. This is 16 tiles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So maybe we can do like this kind of moment. Just a tiny little bump out, just like that. I will have to go in and do some adjustments to the roofing back here just to make sure that it doesn't like clip or anything like that, because roofing in the Sims, it's a little bit finicky with the clipping sometimes. So we'll just do this and just bring this down. That looks okay. Ooh, the angle does not look okay from this end. Oh goodness, what is going on here? You know what? I think I'm just gonna have to fiddle with this for a few minutes. It looks a little strange from a distance, so maybe instead I'll just bump it out even more. Oh yeah, Oh yeah, that looks so much better. This window placement is throwing me off a little bit though. Like I low-key just want to get rid of one of them. Oh yeah, that actually doesn't look bad actually in there. And then maybe we can just fix one of these, place down one of these cabinets just right here just to kind of fill that in. That looks good. That way this doesn't look so off center for some reason. And then I'm just going to place a copy of this piece of roof down so that I know the angles are right. Do this, bring this in a little bit, and then do maybe this. How does that look? It's kind of cute. I feel like the shapes are kind of weird, aren't they? I don't really think I like this being here, but I maybe think this one can go here instead. Oh yeah, that looks so much better. And then we can go in and just maybe add in maybe like this window or a couple just of these smaller windows. Maybe we'll just use like these and just do something like this right here. A very simple little addition, but I think that will help this room feel a little less dark and spooky and just kind of like sad little hallway. And then maybe up here we can just, make it a little reading nook or something. It's always nice to add in little, fun additions to builds, I think. But yeah, we'll just use the book nook kit bookshelves, I think. Honestly, those swatches look really good. Actually, we should probably do one of them a little bit more full. Something like this perhaps. And then there is a little, I guess, love seat that came with this pack that would look really, really good in here. This will fit right there. Oh, that's lovely. And then, hey, why don't we go in and then we can add in another little pet bed up here as well. Just something like this. How cute. I don't like that swatch. Maybe that one. That one's cute. And then we'll put a little rug up here too. Probably, I think I'll use this one. And then we'll just, add in a nice swatch like that just to kind of match downstairs a little bit. Personally though, I feel like instead of the dog bed there, we need to have like a side table with a lamp or something here. Or better yet, some side tables that kind of look like they're part of the bookshelves would be kind of nice. Why does that kind of look good? I don't know. I feel like that doesn't look good at all. But maybe we can just put one like here on the side here. Put a nice little lamp like we did downstairs in this living room here. This one from For Rent. We'll just put that right there. Very cute. I feel like the bookshelves are a little excessive. I don't know. I feel like there's just something off about this space. So maybe I should just put this here. I kind of like this up here. It is from Cats and Dogs and it does look really cute. So yeah, maybe I'll put this here instead. And then maybe on the side, we can put another bookshelf, like a proper one there. Or maybe we can just put it across. Oh yeah, that's a perfect placement. I kind of want to do this lighter wood tone also. And then maybe on the side, I'll put the lamp from Cats and Dogs like right here. I feel like this doesn't look right. I kind of want to use the one from Get Together instead. Yeah, that's a nice little setup. Just a nice little reading nook for upstairs. And then maybe we can do some kind of family kind of art here. I think what I'm actually going to do just for my own gameplay, I'm going to put this here. But I think what I'll do is I will have my Sims like Britt and Brant take some pictures of themselves with their dog and just put them in that. That would be a really fun way to add in some, charm. I think on either side here, I kind of want to put some more bookshelves. We'll probably actually use the ones from the Book Nook kit. It's really just to kind of fill in the space. It looks really dark and weird anyways, so I feel like that is just going to look so much better. And I think a rug right here would look really nice too. Maybe this one just shrunk down. I feel like that's too big. Actually, I think I'm just going to use this little one. I feel like this corner here is really incomplete. I don't really know exactly what I want to do with this little space here because we have this really nice little balcony here, which I think is very, very nice. I think is a very cute little private balcony for these Sims here. I kind of like the idea of just leaving it the way it is too. It looks really nice. Maybe I'll add some plants and stuff. I'll redo the lighting and place a couple of these down instead. And then maybe we can just add some, little plants on either side. I feel like these from Seasons. Actually, this isn't Seasons. It's from Laundry Day. I misspoke earlier. I feel like that looks very nice there. I just don't know what to do over here. Maybe this can be, because I plan on making this into a little gym. Maybe this can be where their computer is. They don't really much care for having a computer. Maybe they just have a laptop, but maybe there's just an extra little desk up here. I don't know. I feel like that's really out of place. I feel like putting it there is just kind of I'm not really sure what to put here. I might have to just kind of leave it for now. I might add something myself later on. Maybe I'll just make this another little place for, I can put like a dog bed here or something. And maybe this is just like an extra little place for the puppies and the dogs just to sleep all together. This hallway is an enigma to me. We should put some wall art right here on this wall though, for sure. I feel like this would look really nice in here. That's very cute. Fills in the space nicely. So I think the next room I want to work on is, let's see, I think I want the gym to be the last room. So we'll go ahead and we'll work on their bedroom. I actually am not really hating on the furniture choices as much. It's just the swatches and the placement isn't really the best. This is beautiful. This is absolutely staying in here. I always want to use this item, but I just never do. I think I'm going to go with either that swatch. None of these swatches really kind of work for what I have in my head. So maybe, ooh, that one's kind of pretty. I don't know, the red is a little too much. I feel like that wouldn't be their color. So maybe we'll just go with that swatch for now. This bed most likely is not going to be the bed that I keep. I just don't like that bed. I can't, it's just the bedding isn't nice enough and the wood framing is just kind of like not the right colors. So I kind of want to find something a little bit different. I mean, there is another one from Cats and Dogs that is perfect in my opinion. Oh yes, it matches so well. We are going to give them a different, like a very much so different wallpaper in here for sure. I just don't know what though. That is a good question. Which wallpaper should I use? Should I go with a nice blue wallpaper in here? I feel like that wouldn't be a bad thing. I don't know. I feel like that's too much blue. I don't know. I'm being weird about that today. Let's see. Let me find either like a white. That's very dull looking in my opinion. And the gray is just sad. So I really want it to be either like a crisp white or something with a nice, navy blue. Not like this blue because it's just way, well, I was going to say it's way too dark. But now that I've placed it down, I kind of don't mind it because I am going to change the swatches of the bed, or not the bed, the side tables here, and I'll give them another one, of course. I mean, come on, these are some adult men owning their own house and they're using these little office lamps for their side tables in their bedroom? Absolutely not. That is no. I'm going to use this lamp again from For Rent. It's my favorite lamp in the game right now, and it matches the bed kind of beautifully. I actually think this is a good setup. I was a little bit skeptical, but I'm kind of thinking maybe we should change the swatch on this. I don't know. I feel like that purple, like flowery pillow there, it's kind of what's ruining it for me. None of these other swatches work either. I believe there is another little kind of bay window kind of seat. I think it's this one. Wow, they didn't even bother putting flooring underneath that. Anyways, does that look good? I don't know. Because at the end of the day, I think this is more an outdoor one. And yeah, it's just not working. So maybe instead of that, we just put some chairs in here instead. I wish I could make it a proper bay window. I want more. Oh, there is another one here. Hold the phone before I say anything. I mean, that one's probably the best choice. The wood tones definitely don't match by any means. I mean, we can maybe, ooh, that looks so pretty. I love that bed so much. This is my favorite bed in the game. I kind of do like that. It's not my favorite combo, but the blue on the pillows there kind of helps. I could also use this one as well. That kind of does work, but the green is just standing out way too much for me. Yeah, I think we're just going to go with that and put a little rug over here. I think we'll just use maybe this one from Laundry Day. I feel like that would be kind of nice. Maybe this one instead. I don't know. We'll see. That's kind of cute. I don't know. I'm still on the fence about that. So let's just move on. I'm going to put a proper, I really like this actually. I don't want to sell it. I kind of want to put it somewhere else. Maybe, ooh, actually hold. We can put this here. It's just a little linen storage cabinet. I like that there. That's very nice. And then we'll give them a proper little dresser in here. There is thankfully one that matches everything from Cats and Dogs. One of my favorite sets of all time. Honestly, Cats and Dogs has some of my favorite furniture in The Sims 4. It's just the wood tones are really nice. Cats and Dogs and Get Together especially. Those two packs, beautiful. And then for the rug that goes under the bed, I kind of just want to use this one. It matches the bed really nicely. It matches the vibes. I'm probably going to put another one of these lamps in here just because I like the amount of light. Or maybe we can just use one of these instead. That makes a little bit more sense. How cute. And we do need a nice mirror to go above this as well. I'm thinking we use this one from Seasons. Seasons is another one that has some pretty good items here and there. It's not my favorite set, but I do quite like it. Let's see, this little dog bed. I definitely have to have this in here because this is indeed going to be where Rosie sleeps. Their little puppy, little doggo. I really don't like the swatches on the beds here. That looks better. That looks okay. But I don't know. The swatches are just a little bit weird to me sometimes. Maybe honestly, I'm seeing this and I just don't like it. I'm having a hard time with it. Maybe over here can just be, this is like where Rosie's bed goes in this little corner here. Very cute. Yeah, I can see that working because maybe that's just where the sun comes in and maybe that's where like Rosie likes to lay. I feel like that's a very nice little spot. And then maybe we can just add in another one of these bookshelves just like right here. Something like this maybe. And then we'll do like that wood swatch. That looks okay. I quite like that. And then I don't really know what to do over here, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, I guess I can just add in a wardrobe like this one. It doesn't really match. I don't know if we have anything else that does match. I mean, we could even put in like a closet. You know, that's not a bad idea. I kind of like the idea of there being a little closet space here, and then we can just give it a dark wood tone. This corner is going to be bothering me a little bit, so I don't really know what to put there either, unless I just put another lamp. You know what? Sure, that works. I think this is a nice little living or bedroom. We should definitely put some clutter in here for sure, because, you know, it is two men living here. So it's, I mean, I'm not saying that men are cluttered. I just think that, you know, I want to like make it feel like men live here. So some cologne bottles, you know, maybe we'll put like another set of cologne bottles, just like a lot here. And we'll put like a little team photo here too. I always love adding that little item. And we definitely need some curtains. I kind of want to just use some really simple curtains. Yeah, just these really simple white drapes are honestly probably perfect. I don't like these windows, but I feel like, oh wait, no, never mind. I was going to say, I feel like these windows aren't going to fit here, but they need to. They have to, because it just looks weird without it. Okay. And then maybe above the little lamps on the bedside tables is, what am I trying to say, y'all? I can place down some mirrors here. I feel like that would look really nice. Ooh, this one from Get Together. Hello. It's kind of perfect. All right. That room is much better. It's definitely a little bit more mature, I think. This bathroom is atrocious. What is this wallpaper that they were using in here? Like, oh my goodness, y'all. It is so bad. The countertop and the sink choice, ew. Honestly, everything has got to go. So the thing I'm going to keep is definitely the wash tub. The shower and the tub combo here. Also, this little hamper is kind of cute. Oh, there's a door from the office, like the gym, into here. That's actually not bad because this, you know, there's the gym. This room is going to become a gym. So like it kind of works, kind of makes sense, right? He's going to come in here from working out and then take a shower. I think we'll just do some simple white tile in here. And honestly, let's just add more simple white tile onto the floor. That'll keep it nice and clean looking in here. I quite like that. Do I like this black one though? Or should I use like a nice blue? You know, that blue isn't really the right color. It's a little bit too teal, a little too green. I wish it was a little bit more like blue. Ooh, this one's quite nice. It is a little bit teal also, but it's less saturated. So it actually kind of works really well. I think I want to use that. And then let's see, we'll add in a nice little toilet. I'm just going to add in this one because it's the most realistic. It is so dark in this house in so many areas. So I'm going to put 2 lights in here. I know that's excessive, but y'all, I can't stand a dark room. I do want to add in this cabinet here again. I kind of like putting it there. And then right here can just be where the sink is. That's where it was originally. I'm also going to get rid of one of the windows. Sometimes less is more with the windows. And I think for the cabinets, I might just use these blue ones. I don't know. Do I like that or do I just want to use white? I think I just want to use white to keep it nice and clean. Put this cabinet there. We'll add a little sink right here and then just some, you know, random stuff like some toothpaste, you know, some used up toothpaste there, another little toothbrush cup there. Ooh, these combs would be really nice here. Ooh, I definitely want to add some robes for sure. I'll add one robe here on the back, but I also had another little robe here hanging up in the bedroom there. Maybe we'll do the black. Yeah, that looks cute. And then I kind of want to add in maybe like this little medicine cabinet here on the this side. That's very cute. And then a little mirror as well. Probably this one. I like this one with the wood. It's very pretty. Nice. Okay. And then let's change this back to white. I feel like that looks weird if I do that weird, like kind of stark, not stark. What's the word I'm looking for? That kind of beige color. It just looked too weird. And then I'll just do like a rug right there. How cute. And then let's see, above the toilet, definitely needs some art. I think I might move this door right here so that I can put like a towel hanging on the wall right there. I think we'll just do maybe this one. That's kind of cute. And then let's see, above this should just be some art. Maybe this one. I feel like I'm using this. I've already used it once, but it looks cute there. I don't really know what to put here though. Maybe another light. Maybe a sconce. Actually, just like a sconce right there would look good. All right. I think that bathroom is definitely an improvement. I am going to use this simple drapes again because I quite like the way that looked. We should probably put some lighting over here too. If we're going to put lighting over above the toilet, we should put one right here as well. I think I'm just going to do something like this maybe. That's kind of nice. And then add some other decor here maybe as well. We'll just do like, some Epsom salt here. We'll do maybe this, like that one there. There can be like a little, what do you call this? A electric toothbrush here maybe. We'll put that right there. Oh, and they have to have hand soap, of course. Duh. All right, I think that's an improved bathroom. And then this is going to be the gym. So I am going to get rid of pretty much everything in here. Like it's all going. They're going to have a laptop maybe. The window placement is so atrocious. I low-key think I just want to get rid of this little roof piece and make this another balcony as well. I mean, come on, think about it. It is a really nice, going to be like a little gym. That way I can properly put like a door here too, like this one. And like he can open up the door and like let in some fresh air. Oh my goodness, that's such a nice idea. That way I can, add some more light in here too, because it is super dark up in this house, y'all. Oh, look at that light flowing through. So main thing I want to add in here for sure is going to be two things. I want a yoga mat, 100%. I feel like he's going to be really into yoga. I low-key want to do like a silly little yoga mat here. That would be kind of fun. The pizza one's cute, but I want something, maybe not a silly one, but like a nice one. Ooh, this one's perfect, because it's dark blue, but it also has a rainbow on it because gay. So let's see. And I also need probably a weight machine. What are they called? I don't know. Should we do a weight machine or a treadmill? I feel like a treadmill would be more his vibe. So maybe I really definitely want this to be right here in like front of these doors here. And then maybe the treadmill can just go like right here. It's kind of a tight squeeze though. So I'm not really sure. The ones from the fitness stuff pack, I definitely want to use because I don't know, the swatches I feel like would look good. Maybe I should just put this like here. Oh no, I don't like that layout to be honest. Maybe, it can go right here in the corner. That's not so bad. Yeah, that looks okay. And then I don't know what else to put in here to be honest, y'all. I feel like if we move this door down a notch and just do it like that, like it was, I can put maybe another little machine. Oh, wait a minute. The free weights. Oh my goodness. I forgot about these. Oh, that's perfect for Brant. Is it Brant? Brent? I don't know which one's which, y'all. I can never remember. This gym kind of isn't slaying. I'm not gonna lie. So maybe the yoga mat's just gotta have to go. I feel like maybe he's just not into that. I could put like a, treadmill right here. His weights can go maybe here in the corner. And then maybe he can also have a little machine here too. I don't know if I like that colorway. I want something that matches pretty well. This one looks very extra, honestly, but I don't know. It kind of looks good. Ooh, I found one from the fitness stuff pack. That's perfect. Just because I want the colors to match very nicely together. So I think that's the matching swatch. We'll just say it is. Ooh, I kind of like the idea of adding a mirror in here just so that he can, kind of see himself, see his progress maybe. I don't know. I don't like that mirror. That's kind of ugly. Ooh, I like this painting from fitness. I don't know. I don't use that enough, I don't think. It's very cute. I like that there. Maybe that's a hiking trail from around here or something like that. The fitness stuff pack was such an interesting pack. Can I just say that, y'all? Such a weird pack, but I think I'm going to put the weight machine there and do like this kind of situation. I mean, it's something. It's a cute little room. I'm not mad about it. I quite like it in here. We'll put a nice little rug in here. I kind of want want this rug to be the blue swatch. Yeah. Okay. You know what? I'm not mad about it. I think it's a very painfully simple room, but it's nice. One thing I do want to add though is some kind of radio. We gotta have that, you know? You can't work out without music. If you're working out without music, I don't know, y'all. That just seems not like a red flag, because, you know, maybe some people just like that. I think we'll put in this like little smart speaker in here. All right. So I think we're done. Yeah. We are finished with the Heckings house. Alrighty, y'all. It's time for the tour. Here is the Heckings house. This house is normally called It's a Good House. You know, it's a good boy, you know? So they really love dogs. You know, they really love their puppies. I was really mad at first. I was like, oh my God, why did the game decide to give them so many puppies? But that's such a good storyline. So here's the exterior of the home. I really didn't change a whole lot other than the colors, and I just added some things. Very, very cute little setup. We have a little balcony out here. Honestly, the same setup, just plants added. I did do a few changes to this backyard area. I kept it very simple, but I did add a little obstacle course for the puppies. Maybe they're training these puppies so that, you know, once people do adopt them, they're well trained, they're taken care of. You know, I just see it. They have a little building right out back for the puppies to sleep in, so they have some extra room. There's not a lot going on. It's just a simple light. Actually, in fact, I always do this during the tours, but like there's a little heater from Snowy Escape. I don't know if it's a decor item or what, but I think that would look really cute in here. Yeah, it's right here under activities and skills. We could add this in here just so, you know, if they get a little cold, they can turn their heater on. But yeah, cute little space for the dogs to sleep. There's food, there's beds, there's toys, there's an obstacle course. And then we can go on into the interior of the house here. I love the front entrance room. It's nice and bright and fresh, clean looking. It's easy to navigate. We have the kitchen here, which honestly, I'm going to make the executive decision to switch it back to this white, like paneling. I think it just looks really simple that way, and I like that. It's nice and simple, clean, and a little bit rustic. And then we have the dining room here. I love the dining room. I loved this soft blue that came with this pack. That's one of my favorite additions. And then we have the living space right next to it. I actually really like how open and like nice it is in here. I feel like for this kind of home, it works really well. Then this is a pottery studio / art studio space. I didn't really do much other than just add the pottery stuff and some decor there. That's very cute. A little half bathroom downstairs as well. And then upstairs, I didn't really change the floor plan at all. All I really did was redo the bedroom here. It looks so cute. And then I redid their bathroom, did some new tiling, some new furniture. I love it. And then I turned this office into a little gym as well and added a little balcony out here. I just thought that would be nice for, you know, him to open up the doors, you know, even though you can't do that in The Sims, but opening up the doors and just, you know, letting in that light and that fresh breeze while you're working out. That would be so fun. And then I also added a little nook here as well, just because I felt like this hallway was just really like long and just kind of boring. So, but that is the build, y'all. I really hope you enjoyed it today. Do let me know in the comments down below which house I should do next. I honestly, this is my favorite series to do. It is so fun. It does take a lot of time and effort, but at the end, I absolutely love how this came out. But I just want to say a huge thank you to my YouTube members, the Lavender Buds. Thank you all so much for your support. You are really, you know, looking out for me. And yeah, thank you. Just, I can't stop thanking you all enough. I'm just really awkward about it. If you would like to become a YouTube member, a Lavender Bud, if you will, you'll get early access to my videos. So basically, when I finish a video and I get it scheduled to go live on a certain day, you get to watch it as soon as it's out. So you don't have to wait. And you also get access to members only content. I am currently working on just like save file planning videos for that, but I might throw in some other little fun random things that I want to do that aren't really going to work for like main channel, like main series stuff. And also you'll get to see your name scrolling on the screen right here. But that's pretty much it for today. Do let me know in the comments down below what build I should do next for this series. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all so very much for watching. Stay weird, and I'll speak to y'all next time. Bye, y'all.